way, and it's not one seat in one corner.
Which corner?
This one over here. Like, I mean, it sits up pretty high when you try to close it down. Did it close a little bit? Oh, it did. Well, damn, Chris, you got those magic hands.
Stream's back.
Man, look, you fixed it all.
Oh. I fixed YouTube and a phone all at the same time. Well, that was stupid as fuck, but welcome back. Okay, so back to what I was fucking doing. I don't remember. Goddamn stream fucking ended. What was I talking about? Revive? I don't even remember. This is part 2, which is French for 2. Deux. Un, trois. Deux. Alright. The CNC. Yeah, we were talking about the CNC. That shit's pretty cool. But like I said, I'm going to make one and sell it to people. And I'm going to just troll them. And it's just going to be like a drill press. And it's just going to... Oh yeah, re-hotting CPU. I'm going to make one that's a drill press that just punches a hole through the board. So, hold on. I think we just got to right back. Okay, cool. iPhone 7. Hold on. I got somebody that's asking for iPhone 7 Plus. Sorry. Somebody asked about an iPhone 7 Plus. I don't know about you all. I still recommend people go to Apple still. I know I might be shooting myself in the foot as far as making money, but I don't trust the copy market yet on the 7s. I've thought about buying some OEM pulls and some OEM refurbs and spending a little more, but I still can't compete with Apple's price, so I just feel like it's kind of pointless right now. Penis. Did you say penis?
Yeah.
Did you say you like penises more than ice cream? Do you have the Asteroid Smasher? Ooh, so this board has definitely had some bendy action on the backside. Looks like we got a few spots that are matted down. Let's look down this board. Check NAND and see if we got any cracks in it. This section over the PMIC though looks like it's been pushed down a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel that and look. Maybe we'll have like a cracked chip or something under here. I don't see anything. Still kind of concerning that this is bent down. Make sure we're not... So you can see right there where it was bent, which is not a good thing because it was bent right here, which is along that edge there. Nobody's cracked that I can see. PMIC looks in working condition. Alright, so before we go and pull the NAND off, I want to is the stream skipping? Let me close this out. Yeah, it probably is because I got 2 fucking browsers open. If a customer comes in, I gotta mute it. Alright, finally, unmuted. Alex, yeah, we're getting Air 9 restored, Air 9, unhooked everything, DFU restore Air 9. So Air 9, Air 9, Air 9, Air 9. So pulled NAND, reprogrammed it, and now we're going to reball it and then put it back on. And I dropped it and let all the electrodes out, evidently. Who knew that the electrodes could escape so easily? And I think this really needs to be addressed with Apple. If their electrodes are that easy to come out, they really need to have a recall on their electrodes. Alright, I think everybody's been pleasantly reflowed there. NAND reballs, I feel, are not incredibly precise. As long as they're about the same size, you can get away with it. Because I kind of pre-ball both sides of the NAND. I pre-ball the actual board and the NAND itself. That way, I know that my my connections will be tall enough that the NAND itself will make connection. Because there's, I mean, if you look at this thing, there's huge gaps in between everything. So you really don't have to worry about bridging any of them. The thing we're more concerned with is making sure that everyone is connected. So that is the key in this situation. We need connections. Fast forward to the success. Hopefully, I'll have to say that the NAND reprogrammings, sometimes they go swell and sometimes they're not fixable. Most of the time what ends up happening is after I repair error 9, it ends up switching over to an error 4013, which is a CPU data communication issue, and that always just ends up ruining my day. So over to the board. Like I said, on the board I've already added some solder, so these are lifted. They're not level with the board, as you can see. They got a slight bump to them, and I want that because I don't have to sit there and dig out all that underfill, and it also allows me to sit this chip in, if I align it correctly, sit the chip in, and I can feel the balls where they're sitting when they sit on top of them, and then that way I know that they're going to make good connection. And you want your balls to have really good connections because everybody likes well-connected balls. So we're going to put down some flux here, kind of spread it around. We want it to touch everybody under there. Chances are I may have to replace Tristar on this fucking thing, as much as we had to heat it up. So we're just going to come in here with our tweezers. We want to try to hold it in place somewhat. It's not going to be perfect because this thing's going to want to shift around, but we want to try to keep it in place for the most part here. I like to stay towards the center. It's kind of cockeyed right now because one of the solder on one side melted. Doing this under the scope is an absolute pain, by the way, but it's the only way I can show you what I'm doing. Come on, fucking melt so I can sit this side down. Like we got a pad that's melted together. There it goes. Alright, so now we can fucking reflow this fucking thing. I'm gonna have to scoot it off to the side. I gotta get some direct overheat temperature on this thing, or it's gonna end up being cold solder joints under it. Alright, so it looks like it melted pretty well. Looks fairly level. When I put these back on, I put in a little more solder than what was on them, so they do sit a little higher, but there's plenty of room in the casing for it. Indeed, solder porn. Also, if I'm concerned about connection here, you can come back in and actually heat this and kind of just barely nudge it down, and you'll know that you're making good solid connection. I'm fairly confident that those are going to be connected. I'm going to hope that Tristar isn't fucked. That's the only thing that worries me, because I had to get it pretty hot around that area. Alright, got that cleaned up. Alright. So you can see it sits up a little higher than what it normally does. You actually see under the chips on there. But we can see our solder connections. We got a ball there, we got a ball there. You can, if you angle it right, you can actually see in. I can see the center balls too, and they're touching. At least the ones on the outside edge I can see. So let's see what happens. If we've made any progress, or if we've just set ourselves back, or what. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to measure and make sure I don't have any shorts on the NAND power rails, because then it defeats the purpose of doing any of this if I put it back in and it's shorted. 1v8 is good. Alright, everybody's good. So let's see what happens. Our battery was drained last time, so I'm going to hook back up my battery to it. I'm going to leave both cameras disconnected. I'm just hooking up the screen and fingerprint scanner because it has to be on there during restore. Or once you turn it on, it will not recognize it until you do another restore with the fingerprint scanner attached. Alright, so this should go directly into DFU mode. I'm going to listen for it. Let's see. If this is connected properly, we should be in DFU mode. May not be connected properly. I'm getting shit right now. That or I fucked Tristar. Could have very well fucked Tristar. Let's see what the DC power supply tells us. That kind of give us an idea of what the phone's doing. Most of the time when I do NAND on these, I end up having to do DC power supply on them too. Or the Tristar. Yeah, it's just hanging at 0.80 milliamps, what it normally does on boot, but it's not going any further than that. So I'm going to guess based on that we probably need to reflow that NAND and kind of tap it down. Because it's not acting normal. So we're going to reflow that and tap the NAND down a little bit. Put my coin over PMIC. I want to find something that I know will push solder down but doesn't weigh too much so I can just sit on a chip and reflow it. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I pressed it down a little bit. You can see the gap is much thinner now. It's not pressed flush against the board to where solder would push out, but it is pressed down against the board a little more now. We're going to recheck for shorts. This is fairly hot, so it may, god damn it, put my hand right on the coin. It may show a short on one of these lines if it's low enough resistance. So far none of them are. 1V8 is the most important. Okay, we got no short still. Cool this board off some. We'll shove her back in the housing here. See what she does. See if it just even recognizes it without anything else hooked up. Come on, DFU mode. That's all we want to see. DFU mode. Still nothing. That's weird. It should be in DFU mode. Unless I fuck Tristar, I'm gonna have to replace Tristar. That's a good possibility. I mean, it's not talking to the USB. Like I said, I didn't like how much we had to heat it either. Let me see if how DC power supply is acting. Yeah, on boot it's just hanging at 80 milliamps. Alright, so we're definitely not getting a boot situation, so let's replace Tristar. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's a USB comm line. We got it hot. I had to sit there and fuck around with it. It's underfilled, so it fucks up easily. So let's go replace it. So now that the underfill is out from under NAND, we don't have to be super concerned with it. Just gonna go ahead and clear out all this underfill and let's see what happens. I have to put in the board price. Stupid silicone mat is expanding again on me. I'm gonna cover the NAND just because I don't want it to reflow on me and lift up. I'm just trying to get Tristar off. Alright, Tristar is off. You're not playing Zelda?
I could be.
We'll do it. I would be.
You would be, Chris?
You'd be playing the fuck out of it. You'd be playing it so hard, you were trying to be playing it so hard.
Stop playing it so hard. Rip it right off.
Yep, I play with it super hard. Alright, so our pads are cleaned up. Come in here and clean up this underfill. Alright, underfill all feels cleaned up. Let's clean up our mess that we've made. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be sad. I'll have to figure out what's going on. Usually, what should happen is after reprogramming these chips, when you put them back on the board and you connect it to the computer, it automatically puts it in a restore mode because there's no operating system on it. And that's kind of like the default mode it goes into whenever there's no OS present. And then it allows you to restore through iTunes, and you'll see if your NAND is fixed or not and see if you get an error change. Like I said, most of the time if they don't work, error 9 doesn't come back. It's usually an error 4013 that we get. And that just seems to be the... online it says it's either a NAND communication error or it can be a NAND power problem, but most cases we check them, the power's there, it's just not talking to the CPU. And some people have suggested that maybe oh fuck me, this fucking goddamn cap has been the bane of my existence. Now it's stuck to my flux. I'm about to just go to town on it with my tweezers here. Alright, piece of shit. Time to go to your home. Now the bypass cap wants to fuck around. This whole fucking Tristar has just been a nightmare the whole time. That cap was giving me shit whenever I pulled NAND. These caps are giving me shit now. Not wanting to stay in place. Just a whole bunch of shit given.
Giving Chris shit.
Alright, now we got some leaded on here. They should reflow and pull themselves into place a little easier. Alright, cool. Now time to clean and then Tristar. Beep beep beep. What are you picking up when you do that?
Just herbs and stuff like mushrooms and all that crap to cook with.
Cooking.
Cook.
Cooking.
I can't find a fucking top piss in there.
You just have to go over to one of the little things where those guys are standing in them.
I know, but there's no.
So this is my new chip organization. As you can see, we've got different chips in each one. We're looking for a 1610. So grab one out of there. Close that up. Place our chip down. Turn it into its position. Need a little bit of flux. Little flux down. Get that fucking out of here. Thank you. Shit better not be under my chip. Alright, so, god damn it, go away. Fucking underfill pieces stuck to the bottom of the chip there. Alright, time to heat this up. Alright. It fell into place, but it's not liquid yet. Oh, there it goes. It's almost ready. Still not ready. We want it to spring back and we want it sitting down flush. Alright, now it's springing back. So now we're good. That I actually kind of stole that idea from Larry. Larry posted a picture using the round pill dividers, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I went out. I really wanted something that was flat because I don't really have much space. Well, this is fucking not correct. Piece of shit. Alright, so we're going to have to reflow that. For some reason, one side is sitting completely flush against the board with the solder pushing out the side of it, and the rest of it's sitting up like it should be. So, what's going on here? So what the fuck's going on here, Chip? Oh, that's why. More fucking underfill under it. Cool. So now let's put it back into place. See if we can reflow it on here. And it blows away, of course. Because why not? We're fucking around the whole time anyway. God damn it, dude. Fucking stay on here. Now it's backwards. Get off my tweezers. I got. Alright, I'm just gonna put a new one on. I don't have a clue where it went. Don't care. It's fucking pissing me off anyway. It deserves not to be on the board. It deserves to be on the floor, thrown away. Like a piece of shit trash it is. Pissing me off. Is it Santa Claus? Ho ho ho. Ho 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 ho. We'll put a little solder next, or a little flux next to that. Now let's try this again. Maybe this time it'll work. Maybe next time it won't. Who knows? Alright. Now it's on there. Let's check it now. Alright, now we're level. Cool it off some. We'll try it back in the housing and see if it works this time. If it does, we'll connect the screen and we'll try restore. If it doesn't work, I guess we'll figure out what the fuck's going on. Because it should be. Shouldn't be any reason it's not at this point. It's not acting weird on the power draw, but it's not in DFU mode. There we go. DFU mode. Sweet. Alright, so the computer saw it that time, so Tristar was fucked up. Alright, so let's hook up our screen and our home button. Okay, they're connected. Now, it's not going to show anything at first because this is in DFU mode. It's going to be a blank screen. So we do have a blank screen. But if we go up here to iTunes, we have iTunes has detected iPhone in recovery mode. You must restore to use. So we're going to click OK and we'll hit restore phone. And I'll show you once it comes up, it'll kick it to the normal recovery menu. Right now it's a black screen. We'll hold it here. It's extracting software right now. But you'll see it'll kick it to the Apple logo. And we'll see if we get a restore. If we don't, we'll try another NAND if it's still giving us an error 9, because that's saying that the NAND itself is giving us an error. If it gives us a 4013, we'll check our power rails. If it's still giving us fucking issues, we may try another NAND, but most of the time I've noticed that it's just something else is wrong. Alright, extraction's about done. It's about to go into actual recovery process. You'll see that the Apple logo should come up here. Alright, it's about to start the recovery process. Here comes the logo. Right here. There's the logo. Alright, now it should kick it into the actual recovery. Okay, there's the line. Now we see if it actually restores. Because this is where it was just shutting off before. It says waiting for iPhone. Now it's giving me an error 40. We'll try recovery again. Sometimes when these come out of recovery, they give you some weird fuck ups. We'll try reset, and then it should kick it straight into recovery mode again. Alright, it's right back into recovery mode. We'll try restore again. I don't think I've ever seen error 40. Have any of you all seen error 40? I'm hoping that it was just some type of driver issue, because sometimes when iTunes goes to restore, for some reason it reinstalls the driver every time that it does a restore on a new device, and when it's trying to restore, it's still trying to install a driver and it errors out. It's fucking stupid. Kind of odd that the screen was black. Is that recovery screen on those? No, it's not error -1. At least not yet it isn't. If it is -1, that's baseband. And if it's baseband, I'm gonna throw this thing in the trash can. You can fuck right off with all that.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want that -1 shit. It's almost about ready to do the restore. Fingers crossed that it works this time. And stream is offline for some reason. Now stream is back.
Off?
It kicked off the stream, now it says the stream resumed. I don't get this fucking thing sometimes.
Do you think it's the internet or do you think it's their network?
No, it's fucking YouTube being stupid. Come on, baby, work. Please. Fuck. Give me error 40 again. What the fuck is error 40? Let's look up error 40. Error 40. Error 40. I love this video. Error 40, iPhone 5S, 100% solution fix. Okay, it's saying it's NAND related. So we'll try reflowing NAND again. How about that? Just for the fuck of it. Just to appease the NAND gods. We'll reflow NAND again. I like how in the video it says reflow, it's pointing at the NAND, it says reflow 351 degrees Celsius for 3 minutes. That's an underfill chipped, by the way. I guess they're hoping that it won't separate the solder and press it out.
That solder like that.
Yeah.
That underfill.
Alright, Alright, so we're going to put, since I'm going to reflow this again, I'm going to put some flux around it. That way it will make sure our solder joints are nice and clean under it.
Is that your hot air making that high pitched noise, or is it just where it's going against the board?
Going against board. Alright, so NAND has been reflowed again. It is the ultimate reflow of the NAND. If this doesn't work, I guess I'll pull NAND off and reball it again. This time it'll be much easier since there's no undergo. We'll make sure that our pads are fairly level. I've gone as far as actually sanding the solder balls on the bottom of it to make sure that they stay level. That's helped. I may do that again. It's the only thing on the NAND, you have to make sure that all your connections are there. If it's not, it won't restore it. It'll just keep giving you an error. But if all your connections are there, it will restore. Alright, let's try this. Take 3. I need to practice on NAND. That's the one thing that I think I need to do more of. Alright, still seen by the computer. In recovery mode. Let's try again. After reflow. What's everybody up to today? Everybody had a good day? Ours has been pretty good. It's been much better than it has been in the last couple of days.
Fridays usually are.
Last few days have been slow. We were averaging a decent amount there for a while, and then just fucking. Now we're coming back up.
Everyone ran out of their tax money.
Yeah, everybody's like, tax season's over. I ain't got no money.
Where'd all my money go?
My fingers are more crossed than yours. I never have confidence in the NAND stuff. I feel like I do everything as well as it should be done, and it just doesn't work. I may do what Lewis does and just mash it against the board and then reflow it and let it pop itself back up. Alright, we're back at the iTunes, or the Apple logo. The loading bar is up. This is waiting for iPhone. And air 40 still. Well, fuck me in the anus, right? Fuck me right in the anus. Alright, so I'm gonna try the Lewis method, which means mash the board against, or the NAND down against the board when the solder's reflowed, let it squeeze out the excess solder, clean it up, and then reflow it again.
Oh my god.
That's what he does with all his chips. If there's any type of ground plane under it,
That sounds
he
scary.
just mashes it against the board. I mean, it makes sense. If you push out all the excess, it only leaves the amount that it needs.
I guess so.
Can't really leave a bridge either when you reflow it again, so because the pads are so far apart, it can't really bridge on itself. So engage the smush. Smush smush.
Snoo snoo.
Snoo,
Step five,
snoo.
snoo snoo.
Snoo snoo. Snoo snoo. There's gonna be so much flux on here. Go ahead and turn the preheater on for the ultrasonic. We'll need it if this works. Snoo snooze.
Mine is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Y'all are ready to see ball heaven. Be so many solder balls coming out from under this thing. There's actually one right there. Alright, it's liquid, so gonna press down on it. Push out all the excess solder that we don't need. We're gonna let it dry. Come on, there we go. Alright, I do not recommend anyone do this, by the way. I'm just doing this because I'm fucking getting fed up with it. So let's get rid of all these solder balls. All of the solders. Some of these I'm gonna have to pick up with my iron. That one's shorted against the shield right now. That won't cut it. There we go. Let's take this shield off for a second. Come on, heat up. This one's a resilient fucking shield, man. Let's see if it's even shorted. It may not be shorted. Well, take that back. It's probably shorter right now because I got the fucking thing matted. Alright, let's heat this back up and it'll lift. It should lift itself back up when the solder reforms under it. And it should relieve our shorts. If it doesn't, we'll just fucking go back in and reball it. Alright, we got good spring back. Pull off more solder balls just to make sure. Say no to the balls. Alright, now let's test our shorts again. Yeah, see, shorts gone now. It lifted itself back up. Yeah, so there's no shorts under it now. So, let's... If they aren't connected now, I don't know what to fucking say. Take number 4. Or is this 5? 5? 6? Who knows? Who knows how many times this has been? Is this the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? What time is this? Alright, let's see. Does the smash and flow work? That's the question, the smash and flow. I don't know if the smash and flow worked. We may have fucked ourselves. Oh, no, there it is. It's seen by the computer. iPhone has been detected in recovery mode. Alright, let's see what happens. Come on down. Please work. Please. Please off iPhone. Boop beep boop beep 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 boop beep 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 boop beep beep. We have Apple logo. We have loading bar. Nope. Still error 40. I don't know what the fuck this is. I've not seen error 40 ever. It's obviously a NAND problem. Because that's the only thing we've been fucking with. Error 40. What are you? So that everybody online is saying that it's NAND related. Let's pull NAND back off. Reball NAND. Make sure NAND is okay. Don't want to upset the NAND. Wouldn't want it to fucking work right. Sorry, NAND. Sorry I hurt your feelings. Poor NAND. Woe unto NAND. So evidently something is wrong with NAND still. Where the fuck is my holder? Alright, I don't know where I put my holder. evidently put it somewhere I don't remember. Oh, there it is. All the way in the back. So let's pull NAND again. See what's going on underneath of it. Maybe we didn't get a good solder joint. We'll reball it again. Get a little pad of solder on here. These are peaked up, but they're still there. Everybody had to be connected there. There's no way they weren't. We had some that were kind of smushed out. Let me reflow these here. Put some flux on there because evidently they don't want to fucking flow. There we go. Let's look at our chip. Make sure we clean out this area. We'll go over it real quick here in a second. I'm going to reflow NAND just to make sure it is balled up well. I guess we'll wick it down and do it the right way instead of being lazy about it. So we'll wait for that to get up to temperature. I'm lightly rubbing the board right now because there's underfill here that the braid is kind of rubbing against, helping smooth it out some. So we got it nice, flattened out, cleaned it up. It'll look like brand new here. How do you tell if you've got it facing right way? Oh god damn it. I just dropped my Q-tip down in my acetone. Come on. Oh, never getting that back out. Enjoy your life in there, Q-tip. See if I can work it down to the end here. Alright, we're going to slowly tip it back. Yay, we got, oh. We had it. And it went back out. Alright, we got it out. Woohoo! Mission accomplished. Send them home, boys. The NAND orientation, there is a marking on the chip. I'll show you here in a second. That tells you where pin 1 is, and pin 1 is in a certain spot on the board. So that tells you what your orientation should be. Golly, my finger is dried out now from the acetone. Need to moisturize it. Put some aloe on there. You're laughing about my fucking acetone fuck up. Alright, so scrubbing this down. As you can see, we still have some underfill in there. To get that off, what you can do is come in with your curved blade if you want to shave it off, and if you heat it up, you can actually, if you hold your blade at the right angle, you can scrape it off without digging into the board. See how it comes off in sheets? I used to be really anal about this, but then I realized that some of them I could do it without it, but I guess evidently this one is super retentive. It does not want to fucking cooperate, so I'm going to go through and clean the underfill up. Alright, that should be good enough. If it has to be flatter than that, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm not gonna bother if it does. I mean, that's pretty much as close as you can get to having no underfill without there being no underfill. Yeah, it's pretty fucking smooth. I'll turn it down so you can see that some. I mean, if that's not smooth enough, what the fuck am I doing? What do I do? What do I do at that point? I mean, I guess you could be like pissed off at this. This is like dust. This is underfill dust. This is like dried on underfill mud. I'm not digging with it anymore. I'm gonna wick it real quick just to lay these down flat again. And then we're moving on back to the NAND. I don't care who you are. That's clean as enough. Clean enough. Clean as it needs to be. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Larry and them always tell me to do this with pre-made balls, but I'm too lazy, and paste should work just the same. I'm going to file the balls this time. We're going to have nice filed balls, shaped very well. We're going to have consistent balls all the way across. That's the key, consistency. Women aren't looking for the biggest and best, they're just looking for consistent. If you got consistent balls, she'll be happy. And if you don't believe me, just ask Micah's mother. Alright, this stencil is dirty as fuck. Also, like Micah's mother. Ever hear anything from Seth? Did Colton say if those were ready or not?
When was we gonna get them? I told him Monday.
Oh, today I guess, maybe. I don't care. We can wait till Monday. Message Ashley and just tell her that we're gonna wait till Monday to get them. Yeah, the Itbox 2. I think it's better than the one I have because it gives you like data on the NAND's like health. Like it does a full memory scan and tells you everything about it and tells you how well the NAND, as far as sectors are, how healthy it is per sector. Alright. See if I can get my shit here. Alright. Now we'll remove. And now we're going to reshape our balls with a little bit of flux. And then we're going to clean our balls. Okay, our balls are shaped. Now we want to clean them. Then we're going to file our balls. So our balls are all flat. And our balls are fairly consistent across there, but if there's one that's slightly too small, we want to make sure that that ball is included. We don't want to exclude our balls. So as you can see, we're filing the tops until all the tops of them are touching the file, and then we'll reflow it again. We want to keep even pressure across it while we do this. Alright, we're almost touching all of them. We're going to clean it up a little bit. As you can see, we've got this side that's not touched yet. we've all touched. So we're going to clean, we're going to add some flux, and then we're going to reflow it again, and they should all be uniform size. We'll make sure we clean off all the old shavings. We don't want any of them in there. Wipe down our work surface area, get rid of all these chips. Alright, now we're going to reflow this, and we should have fairly uniform sizing now. Alrighty, now let's let this cool for a second, then we'll come in and clean it, we'll recheck. Alright, let's check our ball size here. There we go. Very well uniformed. Nobody's overly tall. Pretty consistent all the way across. We may shave it one more time. Shouldn't take much to get them all touched. Yeah, see, they all touched pretty quickly there. So we're pretty good now. They're about as consistent as they're going to be. Alright, and I'm not going to resize these. I want them to be flat. That way I know I'm making uniform contact across. I know that my ball sizing is about spot on. But we have all flat edges across here now. We're going to add some flux again. Okay. Come in with our chip. You can feel the pads. That's sitting on the pads right there. It won't move. Like they're. If I push real hard, I can slide it out of the pad, but that's sitting pretty fucking square on them. And they're just gonna pull themselves into place as we heat anyway. Alright, so let's slide. I want to keep heating for just a few more seconds. Alright, that is now connected. Let's see what it looks like from the side. So you can see the, so you can see that, you can see the solder walls under there. See them there, they're nice and flattened out. Looks pretty uniform all the way across. Yeah. If that's not good enough, then I'm gonna call it after this one, because that should be pretty much perfect. I'll start digging with it off stream because it's just gonna be a nightmare going over and over and over. Once I get it figured out and get it restoring, I'll post a video up with it just to show that it's done. If I don't get it, I won't post a video. Some phones just, you can't fix. You can't fix all of them. It's the only benefit, I guess, if you do a data recovery only business. Some of the phones, as long as you can get shit off of them, you don't have to worry about them working. This one, it would have been a lost cause either way, but alright. Took the battery up. Number 6 or 7. Try. Alright, computer sees it. At least we haven't gotten worse in that area. The computer still knows it's an iPhone and that it's connected. Alright, try again. Restore and update. Tiny screen you got there. Should be nice if you hooked it up to 50-inch in the back. Mike is over here playing the Switch on a little tiny ass screen. He keeps not bringing the dock with him. We've got a big screen in the back we haven't even hooked up. Alright, it's almost done with the data extraction. Alright, we got Apple logo. Oh, we might be getting a little progress here. The screen is now white like it should be. Alright, we got the loading bar. Because before it was coming up black, which is not correct. Let's see. Watch us get error 9 again. This is waiting for iPhone. Still sitting on the loading screen. Still waiting for iPhone. Come on, baby, make some progress. Well, it's just sitting on waiting for iPhone, but it's at the loading screen. It hasn't restarted yet. Please work. Please. Please, 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 please. Please. Still waiting for iPhone. Now we're in a stalemate of waiting for iPhone. Sometimes this does, oh, it reset. And error 9 again. Fuck you, phone. Let's see if it kicks itself back into recovery. go back into recovery. So far, no. It's stuck in some weird mode right now where it's on, but it's not on. Maybe we can get it back into DFU and try again. Alright, it's back in DFU. We'll try again. I don't understand why it did it that time, why it hung on error 9 again. It should be good. That doesn't make any sense. Error 9 is a software issue, and that should have been the fix for it. One step closer. Not really a step closer, Joe. We're at the same step we made earlier when we first got the fucking phone. It was already doing error 9. At least it's back to doing the fucking original screen instead of the black and white screen, and now it's white and black. I was wondering that because I remember it being white with a black Apple logo, and then when it was doing that error 40 shit, it was a black screen with a white Apple logo. You can change that when you reprogram them. You can tell it what color the phone is, and it'll switch the Apple background. This thing has to be soldered well. There's no fucking way it's anything to do with that. I was kind of hopeful at how it was acting. Alright, so you can barely see. It's stupid. When the light's off, it should show it better. Anyway, there's the loading bar and the Apple logo. We'll see if it does anything this time. I doubt it. I'm not hopeful. No, error 9 again. Already shut off. Fuck you, phone. Fuck you. Fuck you, 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 fuck you. Fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna call it that. I'm tired of messing with it. And I'm gonna go Tristar again. I had to replace Tristar once already. Yeah, this is the phone that crashed the stream. I replaced Tristar once. I can't imagine the Tristar's bad again. I'll check it, make sure I didn't bump it or something. Is this my good cable? Yeah, that's my good cable too. Yeah, Tristar's been replaced. It wouldn't even recognize the computer earlier because Tristar was fucked up. Yeah, the chip's pretty fucking level. I don't know if I get it much better than that. Looks good. Got a solder ball in here. Maybe that's causing some problems. Right there. It could be shorting out something. Let's see. That would definitely cause an error 9 if the NAND can't talk to the CPU properly. It would give us an error. Let's see if we got any shorts. Yeah, I've just been fucking putting around today. That's good. That one's good. Yeah, I mean, all those are good. Tristar looks like a shithole. Yeah, all that shit's good. I don't know. I'm gonna call it at that. I'm gonna go run through ultrasonic, get rid of some of this flux. I may pull the NAND back off and reprogram it again and make sure that it took properly. Other than that, I'm not sure what keeps causing the error 9 at this point. Tristar is new, so it shouldn't be the problem, but who knows. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry that it ended in not a fix, but it happens. Rate, comment, subscribe. Check back for more videos. I'm sure I'll have some. See you guys.